Hey, it's Hot Rod at Transformers World Online, doing a review this time of One Perceptor, in order to kind of commemorate or celebrate or whatever you want to, the Hasbro reissue that's coming out in the Universe line. To my knowledge, this is an actual G1 and non-reissue Perceptor, which I picked up in the shop I normally go to. So I don't really know myself if it's, I don't think it's a reissue. I think it's a G1 anyway. But he was loose, so. Perceptor was a character I always really liked when I was a kid, and I very much enjoy now as an adult. He's kind of like C-3PO almost. But I kind of, as a kid, a microscope, unless you were a science kid, a microscope wasn't really a toy that would light your candle. You wanted Megatron or Optimus or Metroplex or Starscream or whatever. But now I actually have this guy in hand. When I became an adult and I saw they did a reissue of him, I really wanted him. So I'm very happy that I have him, because he is actually really quite cool. As you can see, he is a microscope. There's not really an awful lot to say about this kind of mode. Obviously the lens kind of tube there, or is there, and it's actually got a dial on it that when you look through it does zoom in and out, but it doesn't really pick up anything. It's just your typical kind of feature. This is his chess piece when he's in robot mode, but it makes it kind of a petri dish kind of thing when he's in this mode. And kind of the overall colours are two shades of red, a darker one kind of here with a very bright one there. It's kind of turquoise blue here, black on the ends. Some assorted kind of metallic stickers with silver there on the dials and on the lens, also on the chest piece here, and there's clear plastic there. And that's really kind of it. It does hold together really nicely, and I think it really looks, it's very effective at looking like what it's supposed to be. So he does have a second alt mode, which I'll put him into now, and you can take a look and you can judge for yourself whether it's good or not, because I don't really think it is, but I'll do it anyway. So this is his second alt mode, which is supposed to be a tank. It's to all intents and purposes, it's the microscope, and it's kind of on its back or facing backwards. These parts were facing this way, and you had to rotate the shins here, which are the shins of the robot, to accommodate the kind of tracks which he's got molded into his legs. And then you've got obviously this part is where you would look through, and then the kind of petri dish thing is there. That's kind of really it. I guess the idea is that you could put a transformer here and you would look through and zap things, or I don't know, but it's it's as additional modes go, it's not the worst, I guess, but it's no tank for Blitzwing, or it is what it is. It's nothing fancy. So we'll put him into where he really stands out is his robot mode. So we'll put him into that now. So there's basically the robot mode. Now I left the head down because he's got this great little thing, which I wish they deployed it here as well with these dials. He's got this kind of gear on his back that when you rotate it, it brings his head up. Now it's very stiff. I don't know if that's because of how old the figure is, but it basically brings the head up. Now the actual hands have a little kind of shaft there, a little peg that you push these, but it's it's a pain in the ass. It would have been great if these dials had been incorporated into the kind of fists being pushed out, but what are you going to do? I never really know what to say when it comes to G1 figures, because you can't really rate kind of posability. I mean, with Perceptor you kind of can. He does come with some fairly decent posability, especially when you combine him to the likes, or compare him rather to the likes of Optimus Prime. He does get this sort of movement here, and you can move the arms up and stuff. You can't move them out, but the legs is where it really kind of shines. You can kind of do a little bit of sort of posing there, which that was kind of unheard of back in the days of G1. You could never really kind of get a transformer to do that. So he is pretty cool in that respect, in that you can actually achieve some form of posability. Color-wise, it's the same thing. The only real kind of, you know, new additions is the sticker here for the heat thing, for the rub sign, which again is in a very questionable place next to his crotch. And then white on the eyes. What's interesting is that Perceptor has a mouth plate, which he didn't have in the Generation 1 cartoon. He had a face, so he's got a very Optimus Prime-y sort of face going on there. And then there's obviously a gorgeous amount of chrome going on this guy. This does open, but you can't put any tapes in because he's not a tape player. And he does come with some weapons. He comes with this very nice rifle, which just clips in. And then he actually comes with a missile projecting sort of dealy here. I do have the missiles, but everything went in storage when we moved last, and Perceptors, all the kind of loose missiles and stuff are all in a baggie. And I couldn't locate it, so, but it is there. So the missile basically looks like kind of the extension of that, and obviously it fires out, you know. And this actually does fire, so I'm assuming that this is, because of that this is an actual Generation 1, not a reissue. And that's kind of really sort of it. This is on an arch where if you push the head down you can actually have it on either shoulder. And because of where the light is on this review, I'd put it on the other shoulder, but if you can go accurate and have him with it on the correct shoulder so that he is more like G1. And to give you an idea of scale, next to Optimus Prime, he's maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit bigger. More posable anyway. So that's kind of really it. I mean, if you're gonna go into to get these reissues from Toys R Us, I think they're Toys R Us exclusives. I'm not sure, but if you are, I would skip the Insecticons because they're very, very crap, and you know it might be value for money, but they're just not very good. Perceptor is an absolutely fantastic figure. He's one of the pinnacles of the Generation 1 line, I think, where they just got it very right, and he really looks the part. The colours and everything he's just fantastic, and he's big and weighty. So I would recommend this guy. I absolutely love this guy, and he gets a 2 thumbs up. There we go. I'll be back with more reviews soon. Bye.
You don't have to be crazy to do this, but it sure helps.